Some pain never leaves you, but you keep fighting anyway. I am Yuji Itadori, and if there's one thing I learned, it's this: not every wound heals. Some scars stay inside you forever. Not on your skin, in your mind, in your memories, in your heart. And no matter how hard you try to move forward, certain moments keep following you. The people you couldn't save. The mistakes you still replay in your head. The pain you pretend doesn't affect you anymore. That kind of suffering changes a person permanently, because eventually, you stop asking if life is fair. You already know the answer. It isn't. Bad things happen suddenly. People disappear suddenly. Everything can change in a single moment. That truth is terrifying. Especially when you've experienced loss firsthand. I know what it feels like to carry guilt so heavy that breathing itself feels exhausting. The kind of guilt that whispers, "You should have done more. You should have been stronger. You failed." Those thoughts destroy people slowly, because pain isn't always loud. Sometimes it's silent. Sometimes it hides behind smiles, behind jokes, behind pretending everything is okay. That's what strong people often do. They suffer quietly, while trying to protect everyone around them. But eventually, all that pain builds pressure inside you. And one day, you feel like collapsing emotionally. You get tired of pretending to be okay. Tired of carrying grief alone. Tired of fighting battles nobody understands. That's the dangerous moment. Because when pain lasts too long, your mind starts searching for escape. You stop believing things will improve. You stop believing you can recover. You stop recognizing yourself completely. I've been there. Moments where the darkness inside me felt heavier than my own body. Moments where I questioned if continuing was even worth it anymore. But listen carefully. Pain does not decide your future. Your response to pain does. That realization saved me, because suffering gives you two choices. You either let it destroy your spirit, or you keep fighting through it, even while hurting. That second choice is hard, very hard, because continuing while emotionally wounded takes a level of strength most people never develop. But that's what creates resilience, not avoiding pain, surviving it. And maybe right now, you're carrying pain that never fully left you too. Maybe certain memories still hurt. Maybe certain losses still affect you deeply. Maybe part of you still feels broken. That's okay. You don't need to be perfectly healed to continue moving forward. You just need enough strength to keep fighting one more day. Some pain fades with time, but guilt stays. It follows you quietly, in your thoughts, in your memories, in the silence when nobody else is around. And the worst part is, sometimes you blame yourself for things you couldn't control. You replay moments over and over in your head, thinking, if I was stronger, if I acted faster, if I did something differently, maybe things would have changed. That mindset destroys people slowly, because guilt convinces you that your failures define your worth. I know that feeling too well. The feeling of carrying emotional weight so heavy that even smiling feels exhausting. You wake up tired, not physically, mentally, because your mind never rests. The memories keep returning. The losses keep replaying. The pain keeps reminding you of everything you couldn't protect. That's the dark side of caring deeply. When you love people, their pain affects you too. And when you lose them, part of you changes forever. That's why strong people often look emotionally distant. Not because they stopped feeling emotions, but because they felt too much for too long. Pain forced them to harden themselves just to survive. But even then, the suffering never completely disappears. You simply learn how to carry it. That's what resilience really is. Not becoming emotionless, learning how to continue while carrying emotional scars. Because life doesn't pause for your pain. The world keeps moving. Responsibilities remain. Battles continue. And eventually, you realize something painful. Nobody can carry your suffering for you. Some battles must be fought internally, alone. That realization matures people quickly. You stop expecting rescue. You stop waiting for perfect healing. Instead, you focus on survival. One step, one breath, one day at a time. That's how people endure darkness. Not through giant victories. Through small acts of persistence during painful moments. And honestly, there were times I wanted to stop completely. Times where the guilt felt unbearable. Times where the emotional pressure nearly crushed me. But every time I reached that edge, I remembered something important. The pain I carry cannot become an excuse to stop living. Because if suffering destroys your will completely, then everything you endured becomes meaningless. That's why I kept fighting. Not because I stopped hurting. Not because I became fearless. But because deep down, I refuse to let pain be the final chapter of my story. There comes a moment when you realize something important. You cannot outrun pain forever. No distraction lasts forever. No fake smile hides the damage forever. No silence truly erases what happened. Eventually, you are forced to face yourself. The grief, the guilt, the anger, the memories that still haunt you at night. That confrontation changes people, because for the first time, you stop pretending you're okay. And honestly, that moment is terrifying. Because when all the noise disappears, you finally hear the truth inside your own mind. You realize how exhausted you really are. How much pain you've been carrying alone. How close you came to emotionally collapsing. That realization can destroy someone or transform them completely. That's the turning point. Not when the pain disappears, but when you decide to stop letting it control you. That decision changes everything. Because now, you stop seeing yourself as broken forever. You stop identifying only with your suffering. And instead, you begin rebuilding your mindset piece by piece. Slowly, painfully, but honestly. That process creates real strength, not fake confidence. Not forced positivity, real emotional resilience. The kind built through surviving darkness repeatedly, without completely losing yourself. That's why pain matures people faster than comfort ever could. Pain forces awareness. It forces growth. It forces you to discover how strong your spirit truly is. And once you survive enough suffering, something inside you hardens. Not your heart. Your endurance. You stop panicking during difficult moments. You stop fearing emotional pain the same way. Because deep down, you already know you can survive it. That realization becomes power. Not destructive power, inner power. The ability to continue, even while carrying invisible scars. That's when I changed. I stopped asking, why did this happen to me? And started asking, how do I keep moving forward despite it? That shift in mindset saved me, because suffering alone changes nothing. Growth only happens when pain teaches you resilience instead of hopelessness. And maybe right now, you're standing at that same turning point too. A place between surrender and growth. A place where your pain is testing your spirit completely. If so, remember this carefully. You are not weak for hurting. You are strong for continuing despite the hurt. So now, after everything you survived, after all the pain you carry silently, you have a choice. Let suffering destroy your spirit, or keep fighting through it. And trust me, the second choice is not easy. It means waking up on days where your heart feels heavy, and continuing anyway. It means carrying memories that still hurt, without letting them control your future. It means standing back up emotionally, even when part of you feels exhausted. That's real strength. Not pretending to be unbreakable, but refusing to stay broken forever. Because pain changes everyone. The difference is, some people let pain turn them hopeless, while others let pain make them stronger. That choice matters. Every difficult moment you survive is building something inside you. Mental endurance, emotional discipline, a stronger understanding of yourself. And one day, you'll realize the suffering you hated most created the strongest version of you. Not immediately, not easily, but slowly, through survival. That's why scars matter. Not because they're beautiful, but because they prove you endured something difficult and kept going anyway. Think about that. There were moments where you thought you wouldn't survive emotionally. Moments where your mind felt overwhelmed completely. Moments where giving up felt easier than continuing. Yet somehow, you're still here, still breathing, still fighting, still trying to move forward. That means your pain did not defeat you completely. Not yet. And as long as your spirit is still alive, your story is still unfinished. Never forget that. You are more than your worst memories, more than your failures, more than the guilt you carry. Those things hurt you, but they do not define your entire existence. Your ability to continue despite them, that's what defines you. That's why resilient people become powerful. Because once someone survives enough darkness, they stop fearing life the same way. Pain sharpened them. Loss matured them. Struggle built endurance inside them. And eventually, they become emotionally stronger than the things that once almost destroyed them. That's the transformation suffering creates. If you refuse to quit. So no matter how heavy your pain feels right now, keep fighting, even slowly, even imperfectly, even while healing, because every step forward is proof that your spirit still refuses to surrender. And one day, you'll look back at everything you survived and realize something incredible. Life hurt you deeply, but it failed to erase you. So tell me, after all the pain you carry, after every loss, every scar, every moment you almost gave up, will you let suffering define your future? Or will you keep fighting until you become stronger than the pain itself? Comment. Still fighting.